Hello. Good morning. Am I a minute late? Sorry, guys. Hi. Um, so here we are. So glad to see everybody coming in. I see Freezino. Hey, FXP. Great to see you. Joel McCoy, happy Saturday. Greetings from cold, snow covered southeastern Colorado. Yes, we have snow here too. Yeah. Oh, hi, Liz. Love you, Liz. Thank you for coming. Susan. Hi, Susan P. Great to see you. Good to see everybody. Ready giving each other support. Marilyn, where are you? Here I am, Liz. I'm here. Alicia RT. Hello, hello. Hey. Ev Barney. Hello, Ev. Good to see you. Good to see you all. How many people? Oh, everybody's people. Clear water, Cheryl. I like to say clear water that way because I always say clear water chat. And Clearwater, Cheryl. And there's Clearwater, Claire from the UK. Love that. Maya. Hey, Maya. Great to see you. Hey, good morning, FaceTime, buddy. Yes. I was talking to Kelly this morning. I'm like, I got to put my face on. Yikes. Yeah, you are a good egg. Love you, Kel. Creepy B. Creepy B5. Hey, Creepy B5. Oh, it's Pat O. Hello, Pat O. Oh, there's BJ's Critters. Yes. And pause for Andrea. Oh, I always get a little weepy when I see you, Andrea, because you always put roses in your comments, and yeah, it just reminds me of my mom. And Andrea knows, and a lot of people know that I have a desire to kind of take back my middle name, which was my mom's name, Rose. So I was born Marilyn Rose. So, and I love roses. I love roses. And I see our friend Joe DeCeppo in the backstage. Hi, Joe. Thank you. Hopefully you can hear me. And yeah, so here we are. I wanted to say a few things and get some input because I always like to engage my chat. And your opinions and your feelings are really important to me. And I like to, um, as best I can, keep my fingers on the pulse of the people that I care about. You know, um, my own kids, do check ins with them, my good friends. And I consider you my friends. And I consider my supporters that take their time to watch me very important. And like I said, I want to keep a contact, and like I said, keep my fingers on the pulse of the people, right? And you're all important. You're all important to me, and you're important to the creators in this community. So, it's been a week, right? It's been a week, and here it is. I don't even know what day it is. Saturday. It's Saturday, and there's been a lot of things that happened since, was it Monday or Tuesday? I can't remember now. I think it was Monday, when Aaron did a video, and then the board of directors of the Aftermath Foundation, 3 of them did a video, and then there was another video from the Aftermath Foundation, and then there was another video from Aaron. And hopefully we're done with the videos. If we have all the information, um, I have stopped short, and I don't call it taking sides. I'm not taking sides. I'm not against anybody. I'm definitely not against the Aftermath Foundation in and of itself at all. I think it's done wonderful things. It will continue to do wonderful things and important things. And I think that there needs to be a differentiation between the Aftermath Foundation itself and its purpose, and those that have worked really hard, which I greatly appreciate. I'm not diminishing that. I'm not taking away from that at all. But some of the behaviors I've seen by the board members, I think need to be called out. And I've said my opinion a few times, but I think that I do want this to be over with. I don't take any pleasure. And if anyone wants to say I'm a drama queen or anything like that, so be it. It's okay. I've been called worse. I've been called worse. But uh, there's something that Aaron said the other day, and it really many things that he said really resonated with me. And he said that he doesn't care what Scientology thinks of him, but he does care what Mike, Mark, and Claire think of him. And he had a very close relationship with them. I didn't, and I don't, but they meant something special to me. And they still do, because all of the contributors of the Aftermath show differentiate from the foundation. The show um, really helped me to deprogram from my cult, to even understand and have the vocabulary of what happened to me. And I do owe them a debt of gratitude. But I'll be damned if I'm going to give blind loyalty to anybody. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to reserve my right to ask questions, and I'm just one voice out of thousands. But I think that if the reaction to the video that Mike, Mark, and Claire did is any indication, I think there's a lot of other people that have questions and were hurt as well. And I would just put this out there. I do believe that they owe their supporters, not the trolls, the bots, the keyboard war, whatever they accuse people of being. I don't think they meant everybody, but that has not been addressed. The hurt that was caused by some of the attitudes and the actions. I'm not talking about people's facial expressions. I don't know what's going on inside of them. I'm sure this was not easy for them to do. But some of the actual actions and words that were said were very hurtful and very dismissive, in my opinion. And like I said, I have hesitated. I've hesitated to talk turkey about it. I have let people give me their opinions. I've given some of my opinions. I've told my experiences of my own board. And just to reiterate, if you haven't heard what I said, I did put a post on my community page about the nonprofit itself, which I do support, and I think everybody can agree that they've done good. But if the thing is right, is that the Aftermath Foundation is an entity unto itself. It doesn't belong to anybody, and it belongs to the stakeholders, which is everybody, all their supporters, all of its supporters. It's not a person. It's not a group of people. It's a nonprofit organization. If all of the if it just so happened, of course this won't happen. I hope it doesn't. That all of the board members decided to resign today, which I hope they don't. Please don't say I'm saying they should. I'm just saying if they did, the Aftermath Foundation itself would still go on. So it's not owned by the board, right? And my board of my little nonprofit that I founded, they could vote me out for any they don't need to give a reason. They can basically say, "Oh, I don't like Marilyn's color of lipstick today." Well, let's vote her out if they wanted to. Legally, I don't believe there could be any repercussions unless there was like libel involved or something. But they would have to answer to the stakeholders. They would have to answer to the people that give and that support and that volunteer. And that probably wouldn't go over too well, because I am not a perfect person, and I'm not the face of my nonprofit, but I have given, my heart and soul into it. And if the stakeholders feel like I've done a good job, then they'd have to answer to them, you know? So I think there needs to be some answering going on, and I think there needs to be an apology because, that just wasn't a good thing, in my opinion. I'm just saying my opinion. I'm not stating it as fact. I see people are, and I'm telling you guys, I was hoping that I could talk about something completely different today, and I could have, and I would have, but like I said, I just want to keep my fingers on the pulse of the people. And I've gotten numerous messages and I've seen the message board. And the only reason why I've kept the Coffee Cults and Crafts Facebook kind of you know, I guess censored is only because I've got people that are like in my community that I know in real life, that I see in real life that are, my friends like crocheters and stuff. They don't know. I mean, they don't like cults and they're into the cult stuff. They don't want to hear about all this after, who said what. No, they don't watch SPTV. But they do support uh stopping cult abuse, and they know that my channel is partial, or my Facebook group's partially about that, but they like to see the cute pictures of all the crafts. So in lieu of just letting it be a free for all on that group, um, the mods and I created a space, and I keep putting up the link to talk on the Triple C chat group. So, and there's no censoring as long as people don't get rowdy and disrespectful. I've also allowed people to speak freely on here, because I've said it over and over. I think that, we need to be able to ask questions. We're not in a cult, right? And we're not going to just take like one thing, like because we love and respect someone, you can't give them a free pass. And I've done that in the past with my cult leader, Marlene Sweeney. And I mentioned yesterday I had a lovely stream with our amazing friend, Liz Ferris. And, she was telling us her news about going to gold. And then she's like, do you have news about your cult? And I found out this week that Marlene Sweeney is, she's 85. So this stuff happens, that she's dying of cancer. And I wasn't sure how to feel about that because, I think, there is still a little part of me that, I left there at Door of Hope, and, I loved that woman. I put her on a pedestal, and I still, appreciate some of the things that she did for me, but she got the more power she got, the more abusive she got. And I'm not comparing her to anybody on the board. I'm just saying for myself, putting somebody on a pedestal and giving them a blank check and a free pass is not healthy and could be dangerous. So I'm just saying, I had delusional devotion for that lady, and I'll be damned if I do that again for anyone. And like I said, it's hard when your heroes disappoint you, and I'm not discounting anything that any of them did in the past, have done in the past that are good. I know they're going to do good in the future. I know they mean well, but certain behaviors are not okay. Certain patterns are not okay, and I will not. If I lose all my subscribers today because of what I have to say, then that's okay because I can walk away. Sorry, knowing that I spoke my truth. Sorry, guys, I get emotional. So, and while we're being honest, um, I can't imagine the pain that Aaron went through, having to feeling like he was put in that position of having to disclose personal things about his marriage. Um, no marriage is perfect. I've never met one. Maybe there are. But even Duncan and I, we've been through some tough times. We are close and we're strong, but we've been through a lot of counseling. Um, we had a rough patch after leaving the cult, and I'll be honest, we separated for 3 months, and we had to reevaluate some things, and we started going to counseling. And, I've done things I'm not proud of. And, if anybody really needs to know, I'll tell. But it's not like I did anything illegal. I think it is nobody's business. But yeah, nobody's perfect. And there was one word in those bylaws, and I understand the boilerplate because ours had it too, but our bylaws weren't written in the 1950s. Maybe those were, but our boilerplate bylaws that were sent to the IRS, I looked over them and stuff, but they were pretty standard. Um, the ones that the aftermath adopted when they went in, something about I want to be exact. It said uh, traditional spiritual moral values. That word spiritual, mm, interesting. Um, I feel like maybe that was used as, a reason to vote Aaron out the first time. And then the second time, I don't know. I wasn't there. From what I could see of the receipts and the things that were shown, um, I I don't I don't think it was handled correctly. But again, when you have a board of 3 couples who are all best friends, um, those things can happen. Those things can happen when people don't know each other and they're not best friends. But, again, the accountability lies with the people that give, that support, and that are served by a nonprofit. And, I do believe there was a lot of conflicts of interest. I do believe, there should be diversity in any nonprofit board. With mine, I did not, and I'm not saying, "Oh, I'm so great because I didn't ask my husband." I thought about it and I was like, "You know what? No," because, um, I have people on my board are there for a reason, and, I don't always agree with them, and I'm glad because they see things that I don't see. Um, Voting blocks, nepotism, and secrecy, um that doesn't fly with me, and it doesn't fly with the people, obviously. And I'll say this too. Sorry, I know I'm talking a lot. I do want to get to your questions and comments. I'll say this too is that there's a difference between someone's personal channel, YouTube channel, um, and the Aftermath Foundation and the Aftermath site. Um, so so I think that there needs to be a differentiation between that because those are two separate things. So if people choose to unsubscribe to somebody's personal channel, that's their personal decision. That's their personal decision. But I think that I don't know where I'm going with this. There were a couple other points I had. I didn't write anything down. It was a little last minute, although I have been thinking about this a lot. There's a lot of moving parts and a lot of things to it. But I just wanted to be honest here, and I've been choosing my words very carefully. And what what Aaron had said about worried about what Mike, Mark, and Claire think of him. Um, I did too, and I never really worried about what Aaron thought of me because I never really felt that. I don't know. I I I feel kind of like a hot mess, and I'm sort of like loose around the edges, and I'm a little bit podunk, and I'm not very classy sometimes, and I'm not. So I do feel intimidated by people who seem to be able to, keep themselves in check and be, classy and non-emotional. But I think there's a time when you can say, "Hey guys, I know you're feeling bad. I know this really stinks. It really sucks, and I'm sorry, if that you felt that, or I'm sorry I did that. Not I'm sorry I felt that way, because I think there was actually some things that actually were done that were wrong. I do. So I'm just going to put this out there, and I'm sorry if I offended anyone. I'm Joe is in StreamYard starring questions. I know I'm not going to get to um, all of your questions and comments, and if I don't, um, Marilyn, you're a folksy, classy. Thank you. I wasn't fishing for comments or compliments, but thank you so much, PJ. PJ's critters. Um, thank you. Thank you, Joe. But thank you, Joe. She put that up. My hands are kind of shaking, guys, so I haven't even. Yeah. So I um I value all of you. And I know you could be doing a lot of other things right now. You could be putting your support and your finances and your efforts into a different cause. And the lion's share of the watchers are not ex-Scientologists. And we're all here to support each other. You know, we're all a community. And I think there needs to be some representation of all different people of all different walks of life, you know? So, okay. I'm going to stop for a second, take a drink of water, and go through some questions. Oh, I just want to have a good cry with you all. I just want to go get my puppy, hold my puppy, and be like, guys. And I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll just sit here and crochet and talk to you guys, and you know, yeah, I just feel like you're my friends and I want to hang out with you. But I think this is important. This is important. So, oh, okay, let's start this. Kelly Copter, Marilyn, your hair is so gorgeous. Thank you. You saw me earlier. It's like I had we call them wingers. Like I had all these wingers sticking up of this messy bun and everything. Thank you. Love you, honey. I just like threw it all together. Like, okay, here I am. Pause for Andrea. That part of your story touched me extra deeply. So to me, you are once again Marilyn Rose. Thank you. Don't get me crying this soon. I love that. Thank you so much. Well, for better or for worse, this is Marilyn Rose. There's my alter ego, I guess, instead of Marilyn Ann. Witness. Hi, Witness. They are all special people. It's sad to know they're having pain around this. I hope they're doing well. Meaning the board. Yes, yes. I mean, I could see people were saying, oh well, Claire, she looks. I could see the pain on her face. I'm sure that's the last thing she wanted to do. So, not all of us have a personality that's like, "Hey guys," like me. But I can separate the person from the actions, and I can feel. There's a lot of empaths in this community, right? And thank you, Witness, for saying that. I think that's good. Freezy New Project. Marilyn, I think this is a very responsible and wise position you have voiced here. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, Kayla. Hi, all. I'm so happy to catch you live. I'm so happy you're here. Very happy you're here. Kelly Copter. Thank you for holding space for this discussion, Marilyn. I think you ask very good questions. Thank you, honey. Appreciate that. Joe DeCeppo, how do you feel about Marlene Sweeney's condition affecting any future justice? I had to let go of any future idea of justice for behaviors when I discovered Nadal, Ole or Ale Nadal had dementia. Yeah, that's a really good question. I am going to do a whole stream on that. I was planning on doing that this morning, and then I decided to do this instead because I felt like it was important. But I am going to do a stream on that. And what happens when a cult leader is either gets dementia, passes away, goes to jail, and or steps down or whatever. I'll just say really quick. I'm going to bring up a lot of examples of different cults, and of course, as always, get everyone's in the chat, everyone's opinion about it and input about it. But yeah, it's very interesting because I'll just use Scientology as an example. We all know what happened when, L. Ron Hubbard dropped the body. Then, oh, Ale Nidal. Okay, I'll ask you. You can send me a voice message and tell me exactly, 'cause I don't wanna mess it up. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of different things that can happen when L. Ron Hubbard died. There was that power struggle, and David Miscavige took over and in some ways made things worse. There's that. There's people just disperse when like what's his name? Keith Raniere went to jail. They were kind of holding vigil outside of his the prison uh, cell or whatever, outside. And some of them have defected since then and been like, okay, this was stupid. This guy is trash. So they've defected. Some of them dispersed. There's still a few believers in Heaven's Gate. They still have a website. They're not causing any trouble that I know of. So there's that. But then there's things like Scientology. And with Marlene, her daughter always said that when her mom passed away, she was going to take all of her cassette tapes of all her sermons, put them into a book, and keep um, her memory alive and her teachings alive, her horrible teachings, in my opinion. So guys, if that happens, we will be doing a book report. And also I will be keeping an eye on what happens after that, because there is a nonprofit involved and there is a tax-free property that Duncan and several people that have left helped to purchase. And you better believe we'll be watching it. And if they start to grow, I might have something to say about that. So that's where I'm at with that, and I will be doing a stream about that. So thank you for asking. Pat, oh, Marilyn, mixed feelings are totally understandable. Thank you for the hug. Thank you. Thanks so much. Keela. Hey, Keela. I'm here to stay. Thank you, Keela. Me and you, babe. Thank you. I know there's maybe a few more. Witness. Speak your truth. Yes, and you are my witness. You are my witness. Thank you. Thank you, Av. We're here, Marilyn, not Lou. I love you, Av. You're feisty like me. I love you. Amy, you're allowed to feel emotions. Oh, I feel them. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Paula Puffer, we aren't leaving. I appreciate your honesty. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat too. Appreciate that. Susan, you have every right to speak your truth. Thank you. I think that it's like so many years of being worried what will happen if I do, losing your community and everything that you worked for and loved. It's hard. Yeah, but I'm doing it. We're doing it together, right? We're talking about it. We're going to talk about it. Angela Hills. Hi, Marilyn, you beautiful, lovely lady. Thank you, Angela. You guys are so sweet. Alicia RT. I can't imagine how difficult it is to be in a high control group and come out of it with emotional regulation. I'm sure there's a lot of people who struggle with that. I do. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, that is so true. Ev Barney, all three words without specifics. Traditional, spiritual, and moral creep me out. They are modifiers and could mean anything without a more specific term attached. Right. I felt like there was a kind of a in- uh, insinuation of some type of smoking gun, which I haven't seen. I don't know. I don't think we will see, but unless there's any more information, the information that I feel that I have to go on, that was just bogus. I'm sorry, but this is not 1950. It's 2023, right? And yeah, people's personal life is their personal life. If Aaron hasn't done anything, against the Aftermath Foundation that had nothing to do with the Aftermath Foundation. So if that's the reason, and the thing about the lawyer Granberry or whatever, slipping that in there, if that's true, I'm telling you, I mean, Aaron, he showed the receipts, and from what I can see, unless there's something else we don't know, and also just sharing personal, internal emails. That's front. A lot of this stuff is um a no-no, but it's not illegal. So it's just it's up to the people to decide. That's all I say. It's up to everybody to decide. Kayla B, your voice is so important in this space. Thank you. Thank you, Kayla. I appreciate that. And thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Cat, I think the word traditional was the most problematic for me to say problematic. It implies gender normative, monogamous, and other normative perspectives. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know in what universe, what world that is okay anymore. And how that was thought that that would be enough for people to be like, oh, never mind. Oh, you're right. Yikes. But like I said, they could remove, you know, a board is a majority. And the other thing about a quorum, that was a little problematic too. Yeah, there's so many problems. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I'll just keep reading. I don't want to like have to just rehash everything I'm saying, but yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Traditional is problematic too. And when you put it with spiritual, it's like yikes, and moral, like yikes. Okay. Amy, I just wanted to say I think you're a beautiful person, Marilyn. Have to run. Thank you for coming. Caretaker for my parents. See, you guys, you guys are amazing people, and you all have a story, and you all have a life, and I appreciate that, and I respect that. So, Joe DiSeppo, Marilyn, I think you're classy. Your LOL, yeah, your authenticity shines through when you show your emotions. Unlike in a cult, we're allowed to feel and have emotions. Right, right, right. And there are so many survivors in right here. I'm looking. I'm seeing Joe. I'm seeing Kelly. I'm seeing Liz was here not too long ago. I'm seeing Jennifer, another survivor. Some are ex-Scientologists, some are not, but we're all kind of coming together to support each other. You're so cute, Marilyn B. Thank you. You guys are embarrassing me. I'm not here to get compliments. It's embarrassing. But thank you. I love you all. And right back at you. Right back at you all. Kelly, authenticity always wins. I love, love, love you for it. I'm so grateful to know you. And I'm so grateful to know you. I was calling her Kel's Bells this morning instead of Hell's Bells. Love you too, Kel's Bells. You are, yeah, you've got that fight in you too for justice. And I think that's why we're all here, We're all here. Cat. Oh, thank you. Buy me a coffee. I think you're gonna have to buy me a tissue if you want to buy me anything. You don't have to buy me anything, but oh my goodness. I love you guys. You're funny. But I'm just glad you're here. Thank you for coming. Liz, my girl, smash the like and hit subscribe. Yes. Thank you, Liz. And after this, I think Liz is going live in a little while. So I'll jump over there when I'm done and we can chat in the chat. She's so special to me. Yeah. Susan P. Marilyn, you mean the world to me. Oh, you're caring and loving to all. Thank you. You guys mean the world to me too. You really do. I am. I'm sorry, guys. We're doing this, right? We're gonna do it. All right. I'm giving you guys hugs too. If I read all these, I'm gonna bawl my eyes out. Cedar Duval. Hi. You won't lose me either. Oh, thank you. I've got your back for life, sister. And I have your backs too. And if it means that I don't want to say the powers that be, but okay, but say the powers that be. It means the powers that be piss me, are pissed off at me and don't talk to me and cancel me, whatever. It's okay because I knew I did the right thing by being honest and for whatever that's worth. And I have talked to many of you. I'm looking at the chat and I'm seeing so many of you that have emailed me or messaged me that I've talked to. And for what it's worth, I'm gonna, you know, I'm for the people. You know what I mean? I love you guys. I love you guys. FXP, Marilyn, we won't let this take the focus off not only Scientology, but the struggles you have along with others coming out of a cult. Yeah, yeah. And that's what we're here for. And this thing about, well, oh, don't say anything because Osa will win and all of that. It's like, fuck Osa right now. I don't give a shit what Osa thinks. I'm not going to be quiet because Osa might, win. They're not going to lose. They might have won this little battle, whatever. They're not going to win the war. They're not going to win the war because right will win out. So thank you for that, FXP. I appreciate that. Yeah. And we all have our battles. Helicopter. I totally feel that fear. I don't want sorry. I don't want to upset my community with how I feel, but honesty is the best policy. That's right. I will be going live tomorrow after a lot of deliberation about this. So Kel's Bells, Helicopter is going live tomorrow. She will put up the link. Kelly, if you I don't know if you've made the link yet, but yeah, everybody look out for that. And she will definitely speak her truth. And I'm there for it. I'm there for it. And I love you, Cal. And you are I've said this so many times, you're wise beyond your years and you are a leader. You're a leader in this community. And a lot of people could take some lessons from your playbook and your integrity. So I appreciate you. I really, really do. Cherry Bakewell. Marilyn, there's so much love for you here. Right, thank you. Right back at you guys. My heart is bursting, and I'm glad that we're able to have this talk. My heart is bursting. It is with just appreciation and love. And I even if you guys think I'm a nutcase, you can tell me because it's okay. It's okay. All I know is that I'm trying to just be myself and put it out there. You know. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. And if you have any thoughts, any lingering thoughts or questions, or I mean, I wasn't involved, so I can't really answer any questions, but I can listen to your questions. I can listen to your thoughts. So I really appreciate the love and the support, but I want to love and support you. So if there's any thing on your mind you want to talk about, hit me. Hit me. OBG Foster. Hey, OBG. There's a midpoint between being totally closed off to emotions and blurting them out without discretion. Marilyn, you're in a healthy range. Let's not be black and white. Thank you. Perfect. That's great. I love that. I totally agree. And thank you for that encouragement. I really appreciate that. Joe DeSeppo, there's very much a power struggle happening in the inner circle of Diamond Way at the moment, from what I've heard. Yeah, we can talk about that more. Yeah, in fact, Joe, if you want to schedule, a stream about it, I'd love to talk to you about it. We can, kind of do it together or whatever. It's up to you, but just let me know if you'd like to. Witness. I'm not crying. You're crying. I think I cry enough for all of us. Love you, Witness. Thank you. Sorry, that was in response to the question about Marlene. Oh, okay. Okay. We'll talk about it. No, that's okay. But DW meant Diamond Way, right? So, yeah. we'll chat about that. I'm very interested to know about that. Yadira, if you don't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love someone else? Love wins. Yes, and the rainbow. Love that. Yes. Put up that rainbow. Absolutely. You restore I love all the love in here. You all restore my faith in humanity. Yeah. Yeah. You guys are so loving. Love this. Love it. Please don't apologize for your tears. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Jojo B. Hey, Jojo B. It's just really nice to have a place to process all of this. We don't need to agree, but it's nice to have a space for this. Thanks so much. I agree. And I'm not sure if I've seen your handle before. So thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Witness. Hopefully, all the destructive cults are feeling uncomfy right now. I agree. I agree. And I think just need to keep the message going, keep the word out and talk about these things. And yes, this is a distraction, but it doesn't mean that we can't deal with it and move on. And I think this community is strong, but at the same time, we're not going to just ignore the elephant in the room. We're not going to just sign off and give everyone a free pass. You know, it's not okay. And as much as I still love and adore and appreciate everything that that Mike, Mark, Claire, Amy, all of them on the aftermath. Aaron, I'm talking about the show, did to put themselves out there, tell their stories, and help people that are never ends like myself understand and have the vocabulary of what happened to them. And that's amazing, and it's amazing what they've been doing all of these years, even before the aftermath, to be able to help people leave Scientology, but it doesn't excuse bad behavior, and that's what, it just doesn't. It doesn't. So that's just all I'm saying. So I don't have any more started, but I'm gonna just click on a few things because the chat the chat's going, and I had something like 148 um, unread messages on my part. So I'm just gonna Eileen, hi, how are you? Talking is good therapy. I totally agree. I totally agree. I'm just going through some cat. I have to dip. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Did I do that? Joe, are you clicking? You can click if you want. I was just going through some comments because I didn't have any more starred, so I was I was feeling like I needed to work some more. But if you want to start some, that'd be great. There's just a bunch of oh, this is a good one. Shanty. I've seen so many new handles. Hey, hi everybody. Hi Shanty. They're they were so scared of what Osa would do, they ended up acting like Osa. Oftentimes, when we act out of fear, we do the wrong thing. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the trauma response, the 4 Fs of trauma response, I call them: fight, flight, fear, or fawn. And um, actually, that's a really, really good point because many of us are trauma survivors, and even those of us, I think everyone's had some type of trauma. I'm not saying like, oh, everybody's gonna wear it on like a badge on their sleeve, but um, I think we've all had a taste of some of those responses. And while I do understand them, again, you make a mistake, just own it. Just say, hey guys, I'm sorry. Doesn't mean that we're gonna be like, you're bad people. And we already know that something was off. So if they acknowledge it, that would be good. That would make sense to me. Um, yeah, I think, and maybe I'll do it again because I did do a stream on the fight, flight, fear, or fawn. Um, Sometimes I go through all of those when I get a situation, um, like when this happened. Yeah, I think I felt all of those. I felt all of those because it was like, oh, I'm out of here. It was like flight. It was like, whoa, this is crazy. I don't want anything to do with this, which I kind of don't still. and the freeze is just like you're in shock. Like when after Aaron's video, when that thing happened, where Mike said his thing and Mark said his thing and Claire didn't say her thing and then she kind of did and then things were being ignored and people were being um, you know, censored, I think. I was like, what? I was in shock. I kind of froze. I was like, okay. And then I kind of just shut it off. I was like, yikes. And the fear, like you're saying, Shanti, the fear of what I, yeah, I can understand being afraid of what Oso does. I was afraid of being judged for being, asking questions and letting other people ask questions. And the fawning thing is a huge problem with me. That's what I did with Marlene. Even though something deep down in me, in my soul knew something, or in myself, my authentic self knew something wasn't right, I would fawn over her because the consequences of not doing that and of asking questions was was rough. And so even with this, it's like I'm putting it out there. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna fawn over people that I don't agree with. And this is what it is. So I'm just gonna scroll up a little bit. Bridget, will you make my mornings bright? I look forward to your chats to put a smile on my face. Thank you. Same here, right back at you all. I really do look forward to these morning musings. I was a little bit shaky. I was just this morning, I was just like, "Oh," my hands were shaking. I was like, "Can I do this?" I'm like, "I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it." Love you guys. Fly family, as much as I can critique someone, I'm also a big cheerleader to any progress made. I agree. I think that's a great comment. Right. You can critique someone, you can disagree and still support a good cause. And like I said, the differentiation between the Aftermath Foundation as a nonprofit that helps people um, leave Scientology, I'm all for that. The other stuff, not so much. Not so much. So, yeah. So we got a few more starred. OBG Foster, I think a lot of people are giving Aaron a free pass. Um, yeah, I'm sure there are people that were like, I support Aaron no matter what, I don't care. I do support Aaron. I do support Aaron. I think it's terrible that he felt like he needed to do that last video. Uh, and yeah, I do. Unless there's some other big smoking gun that he did something terrible or illegal. Yeah, I think, and again, I'm not taking quote sides as far as the Aftermath Foundation against Aaron, but I do think he was wronged by the board. And they, like I said, they have a right to remove whoever they want whenever they want, but they are going to have to answer to the people. And I wasn't giving Aaron a rubber stamp either. I wasn't giving anybody a rubber stamp. I was waiting until the facts were in, and I did give my opinions about how things were handled Monday night, and I think some of it was atrocious. And yeah, I'll stand by that. But yeah. I do agree with that. I think that before all the facts were in, there were people that were like, "I'm going to support Aaron no matter what," and now um, I do support Aaron, and I texted him and told him so, that he has my support. The Aftermath Foundation has my support, and so does the new foundation of that Aaron's going to start. I'm excited about that too. That has my support as well, because like I mentioned before, like so many causes have several, my little nonprofit isn't the only disaster relief or fire relief foundation or nonprofit, right? There should be many, and there should be many for every cause. uh Animal adoption, it's like every cause has, just about every cause has more than one charity. And The aftermath has been great, but why not have some more to help ex-Scientologists? When I think there's gonna be a big defection when, Scientology is called to account for all of their crimes. Talk about crimes, right? Real crimes, not their make-believe crimes. I think that there's gonna be a lot of people that need help, and I think it's great to have multiple charities. So Lulu Baru, I think that the live chat was being censored because there are people in there making disgusting accusations. Like yeah, yeah, and I don't go for that. And I agree with that. It could I'm sure, they did their best. I really, really like Christy and um, Catherine Olson a lot. I have a lot of respect for them. I know they were overwhelmed. There may have been some comments that were accidentally. It's easy to do. It's easy to accidentally mute people. I've done it accidentally myself. It's easy to delete comments accidentally. Well, it's not as easy to delete comments. It's easier to mute people accidentally, but yeah, I know that that wasn't done, purposely. A lot of the super chats, I feel like quite a few of them were cherry picked, my opinion. Doesn't mean it's true, but yeah, they couldn't possibly get to all of them, but people paying quite a bit of money to ask questions, I think they could have read some more of the questions. I really do, because, they were yeah, that's just my opinion. Again, just my opinion. Um Okay, do I have a mod in my chat? Because, I just wanna make sure. I probably should end soon anyways. I do. Okay. Okay, I have lots of mods. Okay, thank you, ladies. They just happen to be ladies. I do have some I just have some men that are mods too. Okay. Okay, thanks, Joe. I know, but you're in StreamYard, so I didn't wanna put all that on you. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I don't mind okay. So I don't mind people saying what they want to say, but if the same person is showing up on my feed every third comment, you can chill a little bit, okay? You've said what you need to say. Arguing with my chat is going to get you timed out, okay? Just because I'm not trying to censor anyone, but if you're kind of stirring the pot, you're going to be timed out and I will do it myself so that you can blame that on me. But I think that just stating your opinions as fact and shoving them down people's throats and making people feel uncomfortable is gonna get you booted. Okay, so I'll keep an eye on that. And if this person just keeps doing that over and over and over, I think we need to take a little break. Okay, thank you. I think you know who you are. Okay. Shanty, thank you, Marilyn, for providing a space to talk about this. You're very welcome. And that's why I want everybody to be comfortable. I'm not saying everybody has to agree, but come on. Let's not just keep shoving the same things down people's throats. Okay. I hope that's probably gonna get me can't whatever. Keela McDonald, question. My mom and I discussed this yesterday. Do you feel that the Scientology, upper admins in Scientology fell back to the ways they were taught? Upper admins in Scientology? Um, fell back to the ways they were taught, separating upper from regular Sea Org and public just thought. Oh, do you mean upper admins? Oh, so do you mean the former Scientologists that are in the ab I'm not sure, Keila, I might need you to I think what you're asking is, the board of the aftermath? The upper fell back to the ways they were taught, separating the upper from regular Sea Org and public. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think that, there can be a tendency to do that, especially, like, if, that's how you were raised, the mentality can always, like, linger a little bit, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying they were acting like Osa, they were acting like a Scientologist. They're thinking like Scientologists. I'm not in their thoughts. The behaviors, some of it did, to me, and I'm not an ex-Scientologist, so I don't know, but I've talked to some, and I've listened to some streams. There was one, ex-Scientologist that did a short video yesterday saying that this handling of Aaron looked like an ethics handling, that the letter from the aftermath looked just like a knowledge report. I don't know. I haven't seen those. I think it does, and I'll just speak for myself, that it did me good to, spend years after leaving the cult to kind of, immerse myself into the world. I didn't go into business for myself. I didn't, just surround myself with, people that thought like me. I started working retail. I joined the PTG in my kids' schools. I made friends outside, started doing karaoke. And meeting people and learning how the real world worked, because I had my own language, I had my own MO, I had my own way of doing everything, you know? So, and I was dictated by the cult. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if any of them have had therapy. I will say this, I'll say this, Keela, is that, I took offense to I think it was, like, kind of a power play, and it was like, if you're here to hear a statement, you know, what are you doing here? Like, basically, I'm annoyed by the fact that you're here, and you basically have to trust us and believe us, and we could show you the receipts, but we won't because we don't wanna hurt anybody, blah, 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 and then the next day or a couple days later, when, they got a huge backlash from the supporters and lost supporters, then they gave that statement, but it was still very vague. So yeah, they don't have to tell us why they removed him, but they should, because people are asking, and they vote with their support, and they vote with their money. So, yeah. I hope that answered I don't I wasn't even sure of the question, so I think I answered it, I hope, the best of my ability, and I'll look and see if there's anything starred. Joe, if you see any clarifications from Keela, if you could star that for me, that would be awesome. Cedar, I'm really looking forward to seeing new foundations being created to help people escape cults. Would love to work for one. I agree. Yes. And there are some, there's I Got Out, there's Tears of Eden. I know there's others that, we definitely should um, you know, look into, because I agree with that too. I think there's room for everybody, you know? Yeah. So I'm just going down the line. Oh, we got some start. Thank you. Thanks, Joe. You're doing awesome. Thanks. I appreciate you guys. We're like we're like a big team, you know? It's like I really appreciate that. Hmm. Oh, this was starred. Oh, sorry. I'm not trying to self-promote, but thank you, Witness. I appreciate that. Witness. Same here, Marilyn. I can get stuck in the response as well. Trauma response is real. Yeah, yeah. And I understand that, because the people that, were up there, I don't envy them. And I do understand that, like, people have different responses. So you look at someone's face and say, "Oh, they look cold, or they look smug, or whatever." Um, I try to look beyond that, and judge by someone's actions and their words. And unfortunately, some of the actions and words weren't that great. So that's what I try to focus on, not like, "Well, look at them, they look so smug," you know? Live chats are the crack of social networking. Okay. I'm not sure what that means. Um, okay, former. Okay. So gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And I think there's a little bit of oh, Marilyn, should I even okay. I'm gonna be real here. Okay. I'm just gonna give you examples. Okay. And I could be totally, off. I can be totally off base about this, but so In my high school, there were these guys that were, like, the most popular, right? They were just like, "Yeah, tough guys," kind of the captain of the football team type stuff. And they wore their football jackets for many years. I don't even know. One of them still might be wearing his high school football jacket. He's like 50, right? But yeah, it was always this like good old days, glory days thing. And sometimes I feel like that in some of the streams I've seen, it's just like, well, I was the IC of the CW of the I don't know that what it's called, the director of the elemental P, and it's like, guys, it was a cult. I I mean, I totally understand it because I put so much into, helping people in my cult and everything, and I don't discount. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, but in the real world, nobody understands that, and nobody really it doesn't hold water, unfortunately. And so he's pulling rank and all that, and what Reese would call dick swinging. No, let's not do that anymore. It's like I've learned enough Scientology to understand where people are coming from. And Doug and I are supposed to be doing some streams on like the lower conditions and stuff because I want to understand it because I was in a type of lower conditions almost the whole time in the cult. So, understanding that, I think, for a purpose, not just so you can show how smart you are and you know about Scientology, or like I was this. Well, I hope that's not the case. That people are pulling rank even now after the cults. As they're leaving the cult, that's that's just ridiculous. I don't. I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case. So, Gila, yes. Okay. Yes. Oh, this is tiring, guys. I'm probably not gonna go much longer because this is really tiring. But if you got any questions, put question and, I never, I never push for super chats, but they do get starred. Please don't. If you can't afford it, I don't want anybody giving me super chats for, that reason. I will always try. And you know what, guys? If for some reason, we missed your question or your comment, just email me. Just email me and I'll try to catch up in the next few days. And it's just coffeecultsandcrafts@gmail.com. So yeah, I don't want anyone to feel like they, haven't been heard. Kim Collins. Hey, Kim. First time chatting normally. Stay quiet and listen. You and Liz offering a safe space is great. Certainly shouldn't be brushed under the rug. It's okay to cry, lovely. Thank you, Kim. I really appreciate that. And thank you for being in the chat and for talking. Yeah, I think that's wonderful that you feel I feel honored that you feel comfortable talking. I really appreciate that. Joe DeCepo, fawning is very common for cult survivors. It was a survival adaptation. Yep, I agree. Cedar Duvall, I love karaoke. I do too. I totally do. One of my outlets. Yeah, yeah. Fly family. Freedom from religion is also a big one in deconstruction. Mhm. Freedom from religion. Right. And everybody can decide for themselves what they want to believe in. And, I don't touch faith. I think it's okay to believe in anything you want. Just don't push it on other people and don't oppress people. And yeah, don't start a cult. And guess what, guys? We're not in a cult. It's it's a great day to not be in a cult. Every day is a great day to not be in a cult. So thank you, AA Ron, for that. Yeah. Oh, I see some new baby cheese friend. And is that Denmark? Hi, Marilyn. Hey, baby cheese. I love that. um, it reminds me of Denver was calling me squeeze cheese. So we've got like a little group, a little group chat called Squeeze Cheese. And then we have one with Clearwater Chad that says SPTV eye candy because those two guys, they're the eye candy of SPTV. So thanks for making me laugh, baby cheese friend. You're my new baby cheese friend. Denise, oh my, 30,000 thumbs up, but oi one. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. I'm like, yeah. I mean, this is kind of blonde in a bottle, but I am blonde. I don't always get things, especially like anything that's like a cultural, um, what do you call it? Like a reference, like a pop culture. I'm terrible with it. Take a break, honey. Don't wear yourself out. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm talking about funny things like squeezed cheese and baby cheese, because yeah. So if anybody has any other questions, I just want to dick swinging. You know what, Kayla? I didn't know what the okay, I'm telling you how naive I am. I didn't know what the eggplant meant, and, one time I was chatting with Steve-O and a couple other of the creators, and he was joking about, something, and he wasn't being feisty with me. He was just, he just sent an eggplant in reference to something that was said, and, I was like, "I didn't know what that was," and I didn't wanna admit that I didn't know what it was, so I texted my kids. I'm like, "What does eggplant mean?" And, they're like, "Mom, you don't know?" But they're like, "Look at it." And I was like, "Oh." They're like, "Where did you hear that?" I'm like, "On the internet." And they're like, "Stay off the internet, mom." I'm like, "No, you guys know what it is." So yeah, dick swinging. Reese would be proud. Oh boy, did I say that? I told Reese that I've been using that. I stole that from her. Like, I've been saying dick swinging all the time. Yeah. OBG Foster. There is an organization called Freedom from Religion Foundation. They do great work. I've been a member. Good. This sounds good. Pup Groomer 20. There you are, love. Pup Groomer 20. Up have to go back and rewatch. Woke up in a bit of a panic. My dog did his job. Oh, with DPT. I'm not sure what that means. It ended up putting me back to sleep. Oh, okay. Let me know. Or you can email me or message me. I wanna know about that. What happened? What happened? L Jane. L Jane. Uh, I'm a never in who cares about people getting out. I'm not a keyboard warrior. My money is good. Yes. Yep. You're important and you're not a keyboard warrior. Yep. There's my friend Joel. He's always got words of wisdom. Comment. Opinions are like underwear. It's a personal thing, but we can all be kind. That's right. That's right. Okay. Mena, I think AA Ron will be uh better off, maybe. I have literally just dropped a controlling friend of 9 years, and I feel far lighter for it. Yeah, I think he kinda said that. Better off. Oh, yeah, I see. I see you. Yeah. Baby Cheese, hey, sorry for not following before now. How far up did you get in Scientology? Okay, so I'm actually not an ex-Scientologist. I am a survivor of a cult. It was a Pentecostal charismatic slash fundamentalist cult. I don't know if you've ever watched the Shiny Happy People documentary about the Duggar family. It was it was highly greatly influenced by the IBLP, Bill Gothard, which was what the Duggars, I think, still follow. And it was I have a if any of my mods can put up a link of to Kelly's channel. It's called Cults to Crochet because I crochet, and it kind of saved my sanity in the cult. I told her my story. On her channel, and I also have a two-part series that I did with Doug Kramer on Days But Not Confused. So if you're interested in hearing my story, I have been in this space for quite a while because I watched the Aftermath show and have reached out to several of the creators, and some of them have really become my friends and very special to me. They're all very special to me, and yeah, I really support ex Scientologists, and they've helped me. So, Yeah, here I am, but I'm a what they call a never in. I don't like to say that W word because that's very insulting, but yeah, I'll settle for a never in. But thank you for asking, baby cheese friend. You're my new baby cheese friend. I love that. Miss Sunrise Dawn. I love being blonde. Makes for a great excuse when I have one of those moments. Yeah. Yeah, when I'm having a little too much fun, I'm like, well, I'm blonde. They have lots of fun. Just saying. And that's unfortunately why I thought it was a good idea to dye my hair dark brown or yeah, medium to dark brown in the cult. But yeah. Uh, Joe said, I didn't understand what an eggplant was before because we call it an aubergine. Aubergine? Here. Oh, okay. Oh, aubergine in my country too. Yeah. Yeah. So, oh, yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to. Oh, I got a couple more comments. Let's see. I want to wind down soon, guys. Kim White just caught up. Marilyn, you're a good person and have the right to feel your feels. I personally listen to trust in them and have stepped away from their pages for now. I love Aaron. Hashtag I love Aaron. Hashtag I love Aaron too. I do. And I love them all. But I think in this case, there needs to be some accountability. What did I say? Delusional devotion, holding leaders accountable. Don't give anybody a blank check. Don't give me a blank check. Don't give Aaron a blank check. Don't, no, nobody gets a free pass. If they do something that's wrong, they need to be held accountable, you know? So, but yes, I do love Aaron and I hope I'm sure he feels the love. Yeah. Mm. Shanty, I hope Mike, Mark, and Claire learn from this situation and have some good takeaways. I fear they won't take accountability and will only blame Aaron when in reality they are the ones who created this. Um, yeah, yeah, I hope they do have some good takeaways. I mean, they did have a right. I mean, Aaron, yeah, can be. He said even that he. I don't know. I don't see him as having done anything to that would give grounds for removal, but at the same time, that's their right to do it, but they have to answer to, the community for that. I do believe that. They don't have to, but they kinda should because they could lose support for the Aftermath Foundation, not for themselves. For their channels or whatever, and that doesn't matter to me. That doesn't matter to me, but we don't wanna hurt the app. I think this has probably hurt the Aftermath Foundation more than anything Aaron did, throwing Mardi Gras beads at someone and he got a little rowdy. I mean, yeah, that probably wasn't the best idea. Oh, sorry, my sorry, guys. See if it'll focus. My camera is not focusing. Oh, wait, you don't need to look at me anyways. But yeah, I think this has done more damage than anything that Aaron could have done. But again, please, guys, just think of it this way. The Aftermath Foundation will go on no matter who is on the board. Okay. So they're doing great work. And all of them, including Aaron had a lot to do with it. Helped to raise $250,000 to help people leave Scientology. Yeah, so that's exciting. And the next foundation that pops up, hopefully from Aaron's you know um, hard work and efforts, will also be great. It's all great. It's a great day to help people leave a cult, right? Yeah. So. Hmm. Oh, sorry, that was Lost Trust in Them. Yeah, I got, um, what? Oh, love it. This is interesting. Marilyn, have you seen Alabama Snake? No, on HBO. Snake handling Pentecostals. Yikes. Yeah, luckily, because I don't like snakes. I don't mind spiders as much, but I don't like snakes. Um, yeah, luckily, where I grow up, there aren't that many snakes. There's like garter snakes. Yeah, so snakes don't like it up here because it's freaking cold. So our Pentecostals didn't really have snakes. Yeah. Cherry Bakewell. You have created a lovely channel, Marilyn. Authenticity, talent, and loveliness. Thank you. Thank you for that. I really hope, I hope that I, do I hope that you guys do feel that I really try to be real. I try to listen to all sides, and I'm not always right. And you know what, guys? Tell me if you feel that way. I will take it into consideration. I am not going to compromise what I feel inside of me. But I do want to hear from you guys. Either way, you know. So, oh, hey Peggy, we were steamrolled. Aaron was very steamrolled. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. It was just like, okay, everybody, just shut up and let us do it. And let's talk about cake. Um, I can't talk about cake when something like that happens. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll leave it at that. But yeah. Okay. Mrs. Valentine, Aaron's a good egg. I agree. Aaron's a good egg. Yep. BJ's critters. Well, have to go walk the dogs. Take care, everyone. Love you. Love you too. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Shire Kitty. Hey, Shire Kitty. Good to see you, my friend. So sorry I've missed so much of this. I'm going to go back and watch on replay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, happy chaos, Peggy. After I saw Aaron, I was like Austin. It was my son's Austin. Aaron's last video on the topic. I'm straight pissed off. Posted off. Yeah, I'm posted off too. Yeah, and even then, I took a couple days to be like, okay. I was kind of waiting to see if there's anything like, oh, okay, do we have a response? Do we have, another freaking smoking gun? Like, okay, is there like something else? And now that I'm hoping we have all that, I don't want to this back and forth tit for tat, like Aaron said. I'm glad he showed the receipts, and I think he needed to do that. I'm glad he didn't do it Thanksgiving night because I'm glad he got or no, Thanksgiving Eve night. Yeah. Right. I'm glad he didn't do it right after Claire read out that statement because he probably did need to get a good night's sleep and think about it and get his, receipts together. And I think he did a fantastic job for what he had to tackle there. And yeah. Um, yeah, I'm pissed off for him, and I'm pissed off for the community that felt, disregarded, dismissed, and insulted, and it's like, "Guys, we're not giving anybody a free pass, no." It breaks my heart because I absolutely adore all of them, and, I don't discount the work that they've done. I know I'm repeating myself, but I can't say it enough that, trying to separate the actions from the foundation. Okay. And the actions were not good. And there's zero chance that any of them will see this stream. But just for the record, I think they owe the community an apology. So I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Okay, guys, I am going to say goodbye. But if I didn't get your comment, please leave it in the comments of the video. And I do read them all. Sometimes I like to acknowledge that I read them, and I put a heart on something that called Aaron Unhinged, which I don't agree with. He's not unhinged. But I was just going down the line like, okay, read that. So I guess I will like it. So I saw it, but it doesn't show that I liked it. Anyways, just know whether I agree with you or not, I will read all of your comments. And if you really have a burning question or any comment that you want feedback on, I'll try to answer as many things as I can. You can email me at coffeecultsandcrafts@gmail.com. So, all right, everyone, have a great day. And tomorrow, my hubby wants to come back and talk about near-death experiences with you all. So fasten your seatbelt for that. I'm very skeptical, and I'm always like giving him the warning thing, like, I don't want them to think we're starting another cult, blah, 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 blah. But, he believes in it. He's very interested in it. He's a seeker. I'm not right now. I don't want to listen to anything, but anyways, stay tuned for that. And if you have any suggestions or questions or comments, let me know. And have a great day. Oh, and guys, stay tuned for Kelly's stream tomorrow. Okay, you got to tune in for that because we love Kelly. So, all right, everybody, have a great day.